Hello and welcome to a special coverage of the Punjab elections. I'm Anjali Istwal and we are in Patiala. And this is the bastion of Captain Amrinder Singh. The man whose family has lineage here going back 300 years. But the question is the new entrant, Aam Aadmi Party, ready to take on the challenge? We have with us a lot of guests over here. We are in a school, so of course the conversation will be focused on education, but we will also be talking about the health issues that the Aam Aadmi Party has been raising, and the common man also talks about it. So let's first introduce you to some of the important guests over here. We have Amit Bawa Saini, he's the spokesperson for Punjab Pradesh Congress Committee. We also have with us Principal JP Singh from Aam Aadmi Party. Also joining us is Simran Singh Garewal. He is the Vice President of Youth Akali Dal in Patiala Urban. Well, let's begin this conversation. But before we begin this conversation, let's first take the view of a youth of this city. Someone who is now eligible to vote, and for the first time, they're going to vote. So I'd like to know your name and also what voting means to you, what democracy means to you as a youth.
My name is Asmi, and I feel democracy means that we have the right to vote for the people we think that they are capable to, bring development for our country.
Have you given it a thought as to who you want to vote for ever? Like, who's your person?
I'm still confused because the elderly are also confused. They are not able to decide which party is, capable to bring the maximum development.
Right.
I don't personally feel that they should rise above all this petty politics and...
Okay, what you call petty politics is actually the bread and butter of politicians. It is not that petty. It actually has some very important issues in the center. As we were telling you, education and health as well. Let's first start with education since we are in a school. The accusation that Aam Aadmi Party keeps throwing at Congress is that you have done nothing as far as education is concerned. And look at Delhi and look at Punjab.
Anjali, it is very easy to allege, but the data cannot be denied. The data speaks that Punjab in the last 4 years has been raised from 16th to first position as per the government indices. This is not what the Congress party says. This is the union government. The Ministry of HRD data says the Punjab has been raised from 16th to first position in education. Second thing, be it education, be it health, be it farm issue, any other issue except law and order in Punjab cannot be solved without enhancing, without generating the state revenue. Punjab is a deficit state. We are in a huge debt. So we need to generate more revenue for the state. That's the solution. It's very easy to allege. As far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, it is very easy, but the viewers must know it is the same Aam Aadmi Party which is in power in Delhi, and Delhi is a surplus state. The GDP of Delhi is 4 times more than that of Punjab. They have not been able to deliver anything in Delhi, whatever they claim to deliver here in Punjab. If you talk about pollution, it is the same Aam Aadmi Party which has spent 1.67 crores per month on advertisement on the Arvind Kejriwal in Delhi, and they spent 34 lakhs on pollution. So, that indicate the sensitivity of the government toward the real time issues.
Okay, you feel it's more of talk, empty words, marketing than real work. This is the accusation that your opposition parties which oppose you, they always have that. They say you only show ads, you only put your faces on big hoardings, and you just make tall claims. Sir, ये सही है?
मैडम, कैसे सही है? ये खुद ही बोल रहे हैं भी पंजाब एक डेफिसिट स्टेट है. आज से 5 साल पहले जब 2015 में दिल्ली की सरकार बनी थी, उनका बजट था 29,000 करोड़. 5 साल के बाद वही जो बजट है वो 70,000 करोड़ पे कैसे आ गया? दिल्ली भारत की एक ऐसी स्टेट है जिसका बजट प्रॉफिट वाला है. इन लोगों का एक तो बजट माइनस वाला होता है, दूसरा 3 लाख करोड़ रुपया पंजाब वासियों हम पर कर्जा है. ये किस इकोनॉमिक्स की बात कर रहे हैं?
पर अगर इतना कर्जा है, if the state is going to be in such debt, how are you going to realize all those promises that you are making? You are making very, very big promises.
You are right, madam. You are very right. जो इन्होंने माफिया राज क्रिएट कर रखा है हम खत्म करेंगे। हमारा जो इन्होंने ये शराब के पैसा जो जितना भी है ठेकों का, शराब के ठेकेदारों के पेट में जा रहा है। ये जो रेते का खनन हो रहा है, बजरी का खनन हो रहा है, वो इनके ठेकेदारों के पेट में जा रहा है। वो सारा गवर्नमेंट खजाने में, ट्रेजरी में आएगा, गवर्नमेंट एक्सचेकर के पास होगा।
So you are saying you will tackle corruption, and that's how you're going to increase the profitability of the government, which is somehow not very logical to me, because tackling corruption. Okay, let's ask the Akali Dal side also about this. Accusation दोनों तरफ से ये पड़ता है कि वो काम कर रहे हैं, वो मार्केटिंग कर रहे हैं, लेकिन सवाल ये उठता है कि अकाली दल क्या कर रही है? What are you doing and what have you been doing when you've been in power? Have you done anything for education?
When there was a Kali government from the previous government, like you can say that the biggest power plant, green power plant, you can say that was set up by Prakash Singh Badal, that is in Bias. You can see that the rooftop, the like solar system plant.
But what about education?
I am telling you, education, meritorious school, you see the meritorious schools. They are one of the best schools in northern India, you can see that. You can go and you can see meritorious schools. They have hostels, they have top class teachers, they have top class results, they have got top class sports facilities, top class building, top class ground. Any private, you match any private school with the meritorious school, you will know about that, know about what Prakash Singh government has done. And the other thing, the like you can say that the जो व्यापारी होते हैं उनका जो 1 करोड़ के नीचे जिनका प्रॉफिट है वो टैक्स फ्री थे. The cycles that were distributed by Prakash Singh Badal, the education system, the girl empowerment, the like जो girl child है उनको पावर का उनको फ्री स्टडी प्रकाश सिंह बादल ने दिया.
ठीक है, आप मानते हैं बहुत काम किया अकाली दल की सरकार. ओके ओके, आई एम कमिंग टू यू. यस,
अगर इतना बढ़िया सिस्टम ये जो कह रहे हैं एजुकेशन का था तो यहाँ के बच्चे बाहर क्यों, अब्रॉड में क्यों जाते हैं? अगर यहाँ कुछ नहीं मिलता तो तभी बाहर जा रहे हैं. पंजाब में सबसे ज्यादा बच्चे बाहर जा रहे हैं. पंजाब में अगर शिक्षा बढ़िया होती तो यहाँ तो यहाँ तो कोई बिजनेस है ना, यहाँ कोई इंडस्ट्री लगती है. जब इंडस्ट्री लगाते हैं तो उसमें कमीशन मांगा जाता है. यहाँ तो कुछ है ही नहीं.
one accusation that kept coming your way when Captain Amrinder Singh was heading the government was that there's no difference between you and Akali. You are in cahoots and everybody is happy when everybody is corrupt.
See, corruption is something which cannot be controlled by one single man. We need an institutional mechanism to uproot the corruption, and it starts from head of the state. It's like a staircase. Whereas the Aam Aadmi Party leader was saying that in Delhi we have done this, we have done that, we'll generate more revenue from liquor. I very humbly question him and his party. In Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal has privatized all the liquor vends to Pontichada's person. Another question, Punjab Roadways buses, they allowed, Delhi government has allowed Badal's buses to pass through Delhi and reach the international airport. They did not allow the Punjab government buses. When the Punjab state transport minister Raja Vading went to the chief minister, he sat in front of his house for a dharna. Then they came forward to hear it out. When they have not delivered, where they are in power, how people of Punjab can expect them to deliver here in Punjab where they are nowhere stand?
Okay. Lack of experience is also one thing that you say, lack of intention also. I would really request people over there to be a little I will ask people who are sitting here who are from the education sector. There are teachers here. There is a gentleman who runs a school here. Let me take their opinion as well, what they think. Ma'am, आपका क्या कहना है? What do you think? The education system in Punjab, or the kind of education that is being given, are you happy with it? Would you send your children to government school?
No, ma'am, I would also not send my children to government school, because if I see the teacher and the staff over there, they are not skilled. Okay. They are not able to communicate even. So how would my kids will learn from there? Even in private school, when they take the staff, appoint the staff in the private school, they just give the opportunity to the skilled ones only.
Okay.
So I think that
So you feel the quality of education is not up to the mark. So what is your opinion about this?
Madam, regarding...
You are running a school.
Yeah, ma'am, we are running the school from the last 6 years. तो मैडम ऐसे है जो इनका कंपैरिजन करें गवर्नमेंट स्कूल और प्राइवेट स्कूल के साथ तो वही देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस इन पंजाब। अभी इनमें काफ़ी डिफरेंस है, वहाँ पर उनकी बिल्डिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर तो उनका इंक्रीज हो चुका, काफ़ी बढ़िया हो गया, अभी स्मार्ट स्कूल बनाए हैं, काफ़ी अच्छा है, पर वही है ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द चाइल्ड तो वो जो हमारा प्राइवेट सेक्टर ही दे रहा है, प्राइवेट स्कूल ही दे रहे हैं, वही है जनरली।
Right. So that's always usually the sad story of most of our state, that the education infrastructure of the government that is provided by the government is insufficient and it is supplemented by the private sector. But it's really sad that our governments are not able to build it up. We're going to take a very short break now, but before we go into the break, let's just see what these talented students of this school have got for us. Welcome back. You're watching our special coverage of the Punjab elections, and we are in Patiala talking to different sections of society and trying to find out what exactly is their expectation from the government and are they happy with the kind of work that was done in the last 5 years. We're going to talk to a few traders here, people who have small businesses, they're small business owners. We're trying to find out whether they feel that they have enough opportunity to prosper. So, what do you think? आप लोगों के लिए ऐसा environment बना हुआ है कि आप लोग भी अपने व्यापार को बढ़ाएं? Your business prospers, it grows. Do you feel that?
मैम हमारे पंजाब में जो है पिछले 70-75 सालों से कांग्रेस और अकाली दल सरकार मिलके यहाँ पर सरकार चला रही है। ये कभी एक की ए टीम बन जाती है, कभी दूसरी बी टीम बन जाती है। इन्होंने हमारे पंजाब का जो बिजनेस है वो बिल्कुल ही ख़त्म कर दिया है। जैसे कि मंडी गोविंदगढ़ यहाँ पर बहुत बड़ी इंडस्ट्री थी, उसको अकाली दल ने ख़त्म किया।
अब क्यों व्यापारी मंडल वाले आम आदमी पार्टी को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, क्या वजह?
मैम केजरीवाल साहब की नीतियाँ बहुत अच्छी हैं। दिल्ली में व्यापार करना इजी हो गया है। जो टैक्स था वहाँ पर 12% जीएसटी के साथ था और केजरीवाल साहब ने उसको कम करके 5% पे लेके आए।
आपको भी लगता है कि आम आदमी पार्टी आपके लिए, व्यापारियों के लिए बेहतर है? आप उनके सपोर्टर हैं?
बिल्कुल मैडम, आनी भी चाहिए, मगर मेरा एक सवाल भी है। कांग्रेस को जनता ने 5 साल दिए, इन्होंने 5.25 साल के बाद अपने सीएम को गद्दी से उतार दिया कि इन्होंने काम नहीं किया। इनको तो माफी मांगनी चाहिए जनता से कि हमारा सीएम हमें उतारना पड़ रहा है।
Okay, so the question is, people are saying it's an admission of guilt. When you say that Captain Amrinder Singh did not do any work or that he was corrupt, it's an admission of guilt of your own government.
Absolutely not. I tell you why. Captain Amrinder did not perform. We agreed, we changed him. We had a new chief minister and in 111 days that chief minister has performed. We are now providing the cheapest electricity in Punjab across India. Cheapest.
You did change him after 4 years, more than 4 years.
See, it takes time. Between 2 years in between we had COVID, we had nothing, absolute lockdown. Immediately after that, in 47 days post-COVID, we replaced the chief minister. When we got to know, MLAs opposed it. See, it's a national party that it takes time to have such heavy decisions. But we performed. We have increased the income of state transport from 13 lakhs to 1 crore 10 lakhs per day. That's on record. The transport minister has done it.
Okay.
We have
provided,
we have waived off.
You have to admit the infighting is hurting Congress badly and they get an opportunity to raise it.
See, where do we have infighting? When we have more than one competent people for one particular post. Congress is a big party. We are a national party. There is a long line of leadership. That is why there is competition. When there is competition, there is infighting.
Okay, I think this is a very interesting argument that because you have too many good people and too many competent people, talented people, so of course there is infighting. This is a very interesting argument.
इनकी एक ही बात सेल्फ कंट्राडिक्टरी है। देखिए 4.5 years कैप्टन वाज द स्टेट चीफ मिनिस्टर। अब अगर उसको रिलीव किया गया है तो दैट इज नॉन परफॉर्मेंस। इनका पार्टी का जो प्रेसिडेंट है वो अपना एक पंजाब मॉडल दे रहा है, पार्टी का जो मैनिफेस्टो कमेटी है वो अपना मैनिफेस्टो पेश कर रही है। ऐसे लोगों के हाथ अगर दोबारा 5 साल और दे दिए तो पंजाब तो बर्बादी से पूरा डिसास्टर में टोटल हो जाएगा। और एक और देखिए, कैप्टन को कैसे शील किया जा सकता है? कोरोना काल में वो किसी से नहीं मिला, कोई काम नहीं किया। दिल्ली की गवर्नमेंट ने 5-5 हज़ार रुपया ऑटो रिक्शा ड्राइवर्स, छोटे शॉपकीपर्स, उनके खाते में डाले हैं, और किसी एक केरला ने डाले हैं, और यहाँ हमारे कुछ भी नहीं मिला है। हमारा राशन पंजाब का जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से भी आया था, वो जलंधर के रेस्टोरेंट से पकड़ा गया। मैं जिस एरिया में रहता हूँ वहाँ अगर राशन दिया है तो वो मैंने दिया है, गवर्नमेंट ने नहीं दिया यहाँ राशन वगैरह।
So the government failed when the entire country was struggling with COVID. This is the accusation they are saying. 5 years and in between 2 COVID years, and it was horrible for people because government was not helping.
See, in Punjab, when we had Congress government during COVID, all the COVID kits have been distributed district-wise, block-wise. It is on record. On the contrary, in Delhi we had Aam Aadmi Party government and Arvind Kejriwal was the chief minister. There have been consequent press conferences that we are shortage in supply of oxygen, and it is the same Arvind Kejriwal who has spent 129 crores on his advertisement during COVID wave 1 and 2. And I am not saying this. I want to show to your viewers. This is the data of Delhi government. Can you read this, please?
Yes.
You must show it on your camera. It is the Directorate of Information and Publicity, Government of Delhi. It speaks 239 crores they've spent. You see,
there's no doubt about it.
COVID wave.
There's no doubt about it that the government of Delhi often gets accused of marketing, self-promotion. Arvind Kejriwal gets accused of that, self-promotion. आपसे ये जानना चाहेंगे कि यहाँ जो दो लोग हैं, they are fighting continuously. They have issues to fight on. There are many times when people are saying Akali Dal is left with no issues to fight on. There is no platform.
उनके पास भी सिर्फ यही एक इशू है कि अकाली दल को डिफेम ही ऐसे करो कि उनके पास कोई इशू ही नहीं है। अकाली दल इज द पंजाब बेस्ड जो पार्टी है, 100 इयर्स ओल्ड पार्टी है। जो पंजाब की आप कह सकते हैं पॉलिटिक्स है, दैट्स टोटली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम दिल्ली। इट्स टोटली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम दिल्ली। तो जो आप है, जो कांग्रेस है, दे आर रन बाय द, लाइक you can say that the top hierarchy, they are sitting in Delhi. They are running both of these parties. So
I want to ask you one more thing. Do you agree with what Congress says that Aam Aadmi Party people are outsiders? ये दूसरे राज्यों से आए हुए
they
हैं।
are not outsiders. They are, like, you can say that they are vultures. How I will tell you how they are vultures. They are around about in 2022. The 7 states are having elections. Only 2 states there. Like contesting elections, Punjab and Goa. Why? Because their BJP is not strong. Why they are not contesting in UP? Why they are not contesting in Uttarakhand?
You also have to understand it's a new party, but
No. You can say that
you also
after Delhi there is Haryana. Why they are not contesting in Haryana? Why are they jumping from Haryana to Punjab?
because they tried in Punjab earlier also, and then okay, we do have a common man here, and he had come up to me and wanted to talk to me. This was regarding, sir, आप अपनी कहानी सुनाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे। आपको कोविड, आपको इलाज नहीं मिला था, क्या हुआ?
मैं ऑटो रिक्शा चालक हूँ, पटियाला में ऑटो चलाता हूँ। 3 साल पहले मेरे को हार्ट अटैक हुआ था और मैं पटियाला हार्ट में गया था। वहाँ पे मेरा 10,000 रुपये एंजियोग्राफी में लगा था। उन्होंने बोला आपका स्टंट बढ़ेगा, आप क्या करते हो? मैं कहा मैं ऑटो रिक्शा चलाता हूँ। वो कहते 3 लाख है आपके पास? मैंने कहा मेरे पास 3 लाख नहीं, मैं गरीब आदमी हूँ। उन्होंने मेरा इलाज नहीं किया, 3 लाख मेरे पास था नहीं। मेरी बेटी रहती है दिल्ली में मेरे को बुलाया मेरी बेटी ने। वहाँ पे मैंने केजरीवाल की हॉस्पिटल में 22,000 में मेरा स्टंट पड़ा है। मैं तीनों सबसे पूछना चाहता हूँ, इसके लिए कौन सी पार्टी जिम्मेवार है? क्यों नहीं आपने ऐसी व्यवस्था बनाई?
Okay, so the question remains, why should a person from the state have to travel to another state, and the chief minister of that state has to say nobody from outside should come because we don't have enough beds or we don't have enough infrastructure? That was happening. People were going to Delhi, maybe for the quality of medical infrastructure.
Anjali, the authenticity of such statements and such hooting is questionable on such debate panels and discussions. Whereas, I agree, Punjab or be it any other state, we need to work on the infrastructure, be it education, be it health. And to enhance the infrastructure facilities, we need to have revenue. We need to work on the revenue. That's what we speak. That's what is the manifesto. That's what...
So do you think if you come back to power, you'll be able to generate that revenue and give those facilities?
Of course, we don't only claim. We have given a roadmap. We have given a blueprint to the people of Punjab how we'll generate revenue. We'll make the corporations for sand, for liquor. These are the two resources from where the source can generate maximum revenue. And these are the two states wherein these mafias have been working in the state. You talk about Akali Dal. I want to speak. Akali Dal has been in power for 10 years. And those were the most crucial 10 years when Punjab has undergone the debt. They have been accused. The revenue minister of Akali Dal, Bikram Singh Majithia, has been accused being the minister in chair that this chitta, the synthetic drug has been transported in minister's vehicle, and the officer of the enforcement director Naranjan Singh, who was investigating the case, has been transferred from the investigation because his sister was union minister.
Okay.
So it is easy to allege, but for solution, we need to work, and that's what we have done.
Okay. So accusations are now flying from all over the place. Congress accuses Akali Dal. Akali Dal accuses Congress and Aam Aadmi Party, and Aam Aadmi Party accuses both of them and says, I am the only solution. But is that so? This is a huge state. It has a legacy as well. People know who to vote for. And people are still pondering over it. We have seen that the young people are still thinking about it. So maybe the honest appeal to the voters, it might work, not just empty promises. If you make a promise, you have to fulfill it after the elections. Otherwise, we will be keeping a check.